This winter's been a mild one. Take a look at the cities in the southeast here that have had some of the warmest winters. Of course, Atlanta's at number 6, Charleston number 4, Orlando's at number 5. And, you know, we'll get a little brief cold snap and then boom, it just warms right back up again.
Overnight temperatures warm too, and that's forcing all this blooming happening. We've got spring-like temperatures causing plants to bloom early, and Jim and I were just looking at some of these pictures out here, admiring. Jim's naming everything as we watch these blooming plants. Another issue comes, of course, with spring allergies.
Big time spring allergies. So Dr. Stan Feynman joins us now to help get a jump start on combating those allergies. He's with the Atlantic Allergy Clinic. Thank you for joining us, sir. Let's talk about this. Again, no real big winter to kind of freeze things up. We're right into spring and stuff's blooming out. Is allergy season starting up early this year?
Well, we're starting to see patients who are struggling with their tree pollen allergies because our pollen counts here in the metro Atlanta area were over 500 on Monday morning. So yesterday there were 200. So that's in the very high range for tree pollen. And it's very early. It's the first time we've seen it this early in over 10 years.
You know, a doctor with the Cleveland Clinic says that in general, February is the right time to go see your allergist. Why is that?
Well, because what happens is, as an allergist, we can evaluate what's causing the person's problem and understand what triggers it, and then give that patient a program that they can take. In other words, either medications or allergen immunotherapy, which can really modify their response and help them deal with the allergen when they're exposed in the spring, when the pollen really gets up.
Dr. Feynman, you know, I'm thinking this could be good and bad. Extending the season where you don't get super high pollen counts, what's worse, that or having a big burst all at once, like we've certainly seen in the past in the southeast?
Well, it really affects patients both ways, and people are struggling either way. A longer season is usually worse for patients. What happens is that they have something called a priming effect. So what happens is you get exposed to the allergen, you start to have a symptom, then the allergen may go away if it gets cold. Let's say the pollen counts goes down, but then when it comes back again, it hits the patient again. So it's a good idea to see the allergist, as you said, Jen, and get a good program, get a good medication regimen, immunotherapy, so you can really help deal with your allergies when the pollen gets worse in March, April, and in May and different parts of the country.
Yeah, let's talk quickly about those treatment options over the counter. Do you go with allergy tablets or allergy shots? Well,
there's different patients need different things. Medications are symptomatic. Immunotherapy really does change the patient's tolerance. We have some options now besides allergy shots, which are very effective and have been very effective for years. A new therapy available for some patients with grass pollen allergy is called a tablet. It's a sublingual tablet that patients put under their tongue, but they do have to start it several months before the season. So now is the time to see your allergist. Start that tablet if you're a candidate for it. It's a grass pollen allergy tablet.
Dr. Feynman, thank you for some advice. Again, tree pollen off the charts here.